So glad to have one of the finest voices on radio out there, David Bender, on the line with us. David Bender is a writer and broadcaster, progressive strategist and activist, author of several books, including Stand and Be Counted, and he's with ProgressiveVoices.com. David, welcome back.
Hey, Tom. Thank you. It's good to be back. You are the king of all media. Howard Stern relinquished the throne when I just listened to that list. And the one good thing that I want to add today, I'm bringing some good tidings, even post Paul Ryan, is that there'll be yet another platform, the Thom Hartmann Show, among many other progressive voices, starting September 10th, is going to be part of a new Progressive Voices channel on TuneIn Radio. Cool. On that platform, which is reaching tens of millions of people, and Internet radio, of course, as you know and you knew early, is one of the new social media, mobile media platforms. It now will feature a Progressive Voices channel, and the Thom Hartmann Show will be available on it, as will the eponymous The David Bender Show. I will start on September 10th as well.
Okay. David, I'm curious your take on what's going on with Paul Lyin Ryan and how the media is handling this. So they were very early on. I mean, one of Wolf Blitzer's first responses was, "Wait a minute, some of the stuff isn't right," and then they kind of pointed it out. And then now the Associated Press is calling it. Here's the headline: Ryan takes factual shortcuts in speech.
I love that. I heard you use the headline, factual shortcuts, and these are all euphemisms. I do think, though, what you just said should be the refrain from now until Election Day. It is Lyin Ryan. Do not believe those blue eyes. He every time he speaks, he lies. He's lied about whether or not he asked for stimulus money. As recently as last Wednesday in Ohio, he told a reporter yet again that he had never written on behalf of getting stimulus money. He
and yet he did it several times.
Lying.
And yet he did it several times. He specifically asked for stimulus money, got it, thanked the federal government for it,
and then denies it.
No, it's incredible.
He is Lyin Ryan, and I really do hope, frankly, that people start using that. They should.
Sure.
Because, people are bedazzled by his charm, his boyishness, all these things that the media loves to play with for, 5 minutes. We saw it with Sarah Palin.
I am of the opinion, David, that this guy is the Koch brothers' anointed one. What do you think of that?
I think you're entirely correct. They used Wisconsin and the recall of Scott Walker as sort of the canary in the coal mine. This was the test run of how they were going to pour money into individual states. And, Reince Priebus, the national chairman from Wisconsin, they've been looking at Scott Walker and Paul Ryan as the kinds of candidates they want to foist and policies on the entire country. And Wisconsin was their laboratory experiment.
Yeah. And it worked out quite well for them in some ways. I mean,
Sadly.
We took back the Senate, but
it's not over yet. Bearing in mind that Wisconsin is competitive, but it hasn't gone for Republicans since Ronald Reagan carried it against Walter Mondale. I still think at the end of the day, we're looking at an election that is on the razor's edge, Tom, and that it will come down to those debates. Those are the things that will cut through the money that the Koch brothers and Karl Rove can spend.
Right.
Those real moments where Mitt Romney has to stand up and look at Barack Obama eye to eye, and Barack Obama can say, "Governor, I am running on my 4-year record. I'm proud of mine. You were governor for 4 years. You're running away from everything you did." Can you explain that to us?
Well, they're reinventing his record. I mean, they're saying all these wonderful things happened in Massachusetts when Mitt Romney was governor, and my understanding is that the stats were actually fairly dismal.
They were dismal, although health care was a good thing. And you saw what happened in that brief moment where the Romney spokeswoman actually said, well, if they were in Massachusetts, they'd have health care. Right. And, I thought that some of the pundits were going to have, Ann Coulter almost had an aneurysm on camera.
Yeah, well, that woman's not going to have a job any longer.
Well, there it is. If you say good things about the record, this is another interesting stat, Tom. I've been doing politics since, Grover Cleveland's second term. We were great friends. He was a good man. The truth here is that not since 1916 would someone be elected without carrying what is essentially or nominally, even though he doesn't live there, his home state. The National Romney headquarters may be in Boston, but he's written the state off. The people who know him best in Massachusetts sent him on his way after one term. He couldn't even consider running for re-election. His unpopularity was at 63%.
Whoa.
Those are the people who knew him best in Massachusetts. I think that's very telling. And I hope that's the story that the Obama campaign tells over the next 2 months.
I have been saying on this program for month after month after month that the only way that the Romney ticket can win, the only way Republicans can win in general in this election is if they lie.
Yes.
And Paul Ryan proved me last night. I mean, he just, lie after lie after lie, glib, lie. Do you expect tonight, David, very quickly, that Mitt Romney's going to be lying, or are we going to get generalities and platitudes?
We're going to get bland generalities. We're going to get Nixon's secret plan to end the war is Romney's secret plan to end the economy. Don't ask me what it is, just trust me.
Yeah, there you go. I think you're absolutely right. David Bender, ProgressiveVoices.com. Thank you, David.
Thank you.